So hi everybody, welcome to Giallo Day. We are in the thickets of Junesploitation, having a great time. It is our penultimate reserve seating on Junesploitation, and we invited a resident expert on Giallos and Giallis because I don't even know the difference and I don't know what to call it. So like, I
A
like
group of
Gerano.
Giallo is a Giallo.
That's pretty close. But
You eat Jolly with your peanut butter.
thank you. I like it. And my jelly is deep red, and that is the name of the feature that we are talking about today. So, you don't want to see videos where people know what they're talking about when it comes to Italian horror. You want to see videos where like one guy has no idea what he's talking about, and one guy kind of half knows what he's talking about, and we have one guy who's a ringer who knows what he's talking about. And that person is Patrick Bromley. So this was my second viewing, I think, of Deep Red. I saw it like in an early morning time slot at one of the 24-hour horror marathons at the Music Box. And I remember it being sleepy, but I think it was just me being sleepy and it just being kind of like classy, which that was the thing that I really liked about it this time was I kept thinking, oh, Brian De Palma must love this movie.
Yeah, this is the second time I've seen it. I'm pretty sure that I watched this for Scary Movie Month at some point because it was already in my letterbox. I didn't look to see when I watched it, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've seen the cut. I'm being distracted by something. It's like I can't tell what it is. It's just like drawing me. It's being very okay. It's gone now. That's weird. The Italian cut, which is the longer cut, right? It's 126 minutes. It's there. It is again. I can't. There's some sort of. It's like I'm the psychic. There's some kind of. There's something in the room. I can feel it. It's.
Why are you guys stop talking?
I kept reading about the movie being kind of sleepy, and while it's definitely like a little, the longer cut is a little bit over long. It does, kind of. It's a little bit, there's places.
Yeah, and it's definitely like Hitchcock showing up when everybody's making a bunch of thrillers and being like, oh, okay, here, suckers, here's how it's done. But like, I think Tenebrae is probably a better movie. The Italian cut of Deep Red I've only seen once, and I remember liking it a lot because it offers more Daria Nicolodi, and I really, really love Daria Nicolodi in this movie. But it is, I mean, the pacing isn't as good. Even the opening is a little bit different, and I really like the opening of the American cut of Deep Red. So it for me, I remember it dragging a little bit, but it was made up for by the fact that we got more with Daria Nicolodi.
And again, just limited experience with Giallo films. I've seen the big ones. There's tons and tons I haven't seen though. But I think Adam said, being sort of classy. It's very, I think, really controlled. Like it's really, it's a sure hand. I think a lot. I don't think there's any kind of crazy. It doesn't seem like there's like, oh, he goes too far in this place or too far in that place. I think the movie is like really controlled, and I think this what prevented even the longer cut for me of feeling like it was like bloated because there was always something interesting to see, as you said. There's always something interesting in there. I think it's really fun.
I think I was conflating other Italian horror movies into my memory of Deep Red, and I think that's one thing that it's not through lack of effort or like just me not wanting to get there, but I just don't think I have like the ear for the genre really. So like a lot of it kind of bleeds together for me. So like with Deep Red and just Argento in general, I'm always like, oh, is this the one with the tarantulas, or the one where like they're throwing up lungs, or like the one where the guy gets his dick ripped off at the end and stuff like that. So like I'm always like kind of expecting it to go crazy, and I think that was one of the things that, not like that it was better for it that it was classy or whatever, but like I appreciated, I think especially because I was watching it like on a Sunday morning, that I just had like this slightly ultra violent murder mystery. And I don't know, I also like that there were relatively few suspects, so you could kind of like
I wonder who it is.
It didn't get too convoluted. It basically, you had like a choice of about 3 people. So I thought that was cool too. And the lead actor reminded me so much of Dudley Moore. It was crazy.
Better movie if this was Arthur.
Yeah.
I think they're making fun of the insecure male character, the whole thing with the arm wrestling and all that. Like I think it's such a staple of the genre in general, and I think it's really funny the way he kind of processes that through not only the lead character but the killer as well. There's just a lot going on, and I just really appreciated this one more so. I think I liked this one a lot, and sort of just reflecting on it, I liked it a lot more than I've liked other Giallo films in the past. So I think this is definitely up there for me, even though I have just a very pedestrian understanding of the genre.
It's up there for me too, which was one of the reasons I picked it. But I used to think that this was like in my top 2 Argento films, and watching it today, I was like, oh, it's probably not, because I like the ones that are like a little bit weirder or a little peppier. So like watching it today, I was like, oh, I probably like Phenomena more than this, and I like Tenebrae more than this, and I like Suspiria more than this. But it's somewhere in my top 5 Argentos, because it's really solid, and like I said, I really like the Dario Nicolodi performance. David Hemmings for me is like an okay lead. He hasn't received much characterization. It's like, well, he's a musician and he wants to solve a murder, go.
Right.
But as you said, Rob, I like a little bit how they kind of take the piss out of him, and that's one of the things I like in Giallo movies, that they're often dealing with sort of these impotent men, like there's all this sexual stuff going on, but the male leads are always sort of rendered impotent. It's just a really interesting exploration that they do of masculinity.
Where would you rank the Goblin score among Goblin's work?
Oh, it's a banger, man. I love it.
Good one. I like this one a lot.
I mean, like Suspiria is always going to be my favorite because it's just so, like, I don't know. Like I remember I went with Patrick to like a flashback weekend screening of Suspiria, and like when we were walking out, I knew it wasn't socially appropriate, but I just wanted to be like,
Yeah, I don't know. I had fun with this. I had a lot of fun with this one. I think this is definitely one I'll come back to again, just because it's very clean in its delivery. It's like not the most wild. It's not the most experimental. It's just a really good, straightforward example of the genre that I think, like Patrick, for your purposes, in terms of like, let's watch something that might be a good entryway. Maybe a Giallo day, and maybe you're watching this right now, and you're like, I don't know anything about Italian horror films or Giallo films or what that even is, and blah blah blah. Deep Red, I think, is a really good kind of gateway Giallo, I think.
It's the set pieces aren't as spectacular as in some other gialli, but there's a few good ones. Obviously, we get the crazy doll running across the room, we get the teeth,
yes,
and then the ending is so great because we get the 1-2 punch of Carlos, like,
oh my
getting
god,
dragged behind the garbage. Like, that's some Nordberg shit right there, where he's getting dragged behind the garbage truck and then run over.
I think I read something, skimming Wikipedia or whatever, about how Argento says that he likes to have kills that are related to real life. That it's you're far more, everybody's been burned, everybody's been, cut themselves or something. Not everybody's been shot or whatever. There's a weird energy in the room distracting me again. I can't put my mind on what it is. It's gone. It's gone. I don't know. So strange. I'm really sorry, guys. I keep trying to get through this, and it just keeps coming up. I don't know what it is. All right.
So
well, last week of June exploitation. Next week, Adam.
Yeah. It is DTV day. We are going to be watching at least one Jean-Claude Van Damme VOD/DTV. Maybe two. Okay, it's 2. We're gonna watch 2.
Should we get one more? You think we should get one more?
You think we need one more? You think we need one more?
Yeah. And then I love film.
Until next time.
Hey. I was gonna say, never mind.
Yeah.
No. It's but no.
Yeah.